Brian Wheeler from Consumers Energy is joining us once again today. Brian, you guys are putting the bow on 2020, a very busy year. You guys are completing 2,000 projects to strengthen the electric grid.
Yeah.
What is that all about?
Yeah, we try to stay busy, and 2022 was a busy year, is a busy year.
Yeah.
So, let's just talk about this a little bit. If you know Consumers Energy, we provide natural gas to your house, we provide electricity. If you live in Lansing, chances are you're a Lansing Board of Water and Light customer. But when you think about it, we serve about 200,000 homes and businesses all throughout the Jackson and Lansing areas. So a lot of people depend on us for the lights to be on, all their needs to be met. So we've been working hard this year to make sure you mentioned 2,000 projects across this area, across the entire state, to make sure that we're delivering that energy reliably when you need it at the best price.
So talk about the work that you're doing and what sort of differences does it make for homes and businesses?
Yeah, well, you probably have seen our Consumers Energy line workers at work throughout the year. Obviously, they spring into action when there are power outages. That's obviously the first priority. We get bad weather in Michigan. With those situations, we jump into action. But when there is a blue sky, when the weather is nice, they are out there working all the time as well. And what you're going to see is forestry work, keeping those trees, those limbs and branches trimmed away from power lines, and actually some new technology, some stuff that actually, if there is a tree that falls on a line, it'll affect fewer customers than it did before. So, because obviously you don't want to have your power interrupted, our job is to really work to make sure we have zero interruptions. We want the power on all the time. So that's why the crews are doing that work all the time.
Even when it's cold like now, you guys are still out there?
I know. Well, I'll tell you this, our line workers are really top notch. They train for all sorts of conditions, and that includes working through the winter.
Yeah.
Hopefully some of them are getting some vacation time, some holiday time with families, but when they're working, that work continues straight through the winter.
Brian, I feel like every time you're here, you talk about new things that Consumers Energy is doing. So we're starting a new year. Is there anything new happening?
I'll tell you this, when we talk about electricity, we talk about those upgrades, that reliability, the work doesn't stop. I hate to throw a lot of numbers around, but over the next 5 years, we're spending over $5 billion, that's billion with a B, to make sure that we're doing more of this work, more technology, more forestry, making sure the lights and the power are on for you.
Awesome. Good news.
Yeah.
We hope so.
Absolutely. And of course, bolstering the power grid for the expected increase in electric vehicles, right?
Well, over time, we're going to see more power being delivered and generated. A lot of it is in place already because a lot of times people will be charging their vehicles overnight. But we want to make sure we're ready for everything. Count on us. Go to consumersenergy.com to learn more.
And it's on your screen. Brian, thank you so much.
Thank you.